Welcome dear students. Today we are going to switch on our new topic of English grammar, that is tenses. Okay, I am sure all of you have learnt a lot about this topic in your previous classes, but since this is part of our syllabus, you can take it as a golden opportunity and get yourself refreshed with the tenses. The students who have any doubt can clarify that. Okay, so let us go ahead with the definition of tenses. What is tense? Tense is a grammar term which describes about the time of an action. Okay, which work happened when, or which work got executed when. So there are three tenses, that is present tense, past and future. Present, past and future. Present which is going on right now, past which has already happened, future which is going to happen in coming time. Okay, so all three tenses have four parts each, that is present indefinite or present simple, present continuous, present perfect and present perfect continuous. Similarly, past indefinite, past continuous, past perfect continuous. So for the future also, future simple, future continuous, future perfect continuous. In total they become 12. Okay, 12. So I have drawn a table to make you understand in an easy way, and I hope it will help you a lot to understand the tenses. Okay, and those who have already got perfection or tenses, they can listen it with patience and they can refresh their knowledge. So if we talk about present indefinite tense, so I will discuss these tenses in detail later on, but this is a brief overview. Okay, brief overview, you will have an idea about the tenses. Present indefinite tense, if we talk about the person, that a name or third person he, she, it, then verbs first form with s or es is used. That is, I have taken a common verb form work. So he works, she works, it works. Mohan works, Sohan works. Okay, and with the persons I, we, you, they, or any plural number, the verb form will be used work, only first form. Similarly, in the interrogative and negative sentences also, do and does and do not and does not are used. In those cases, no s or es is added to the verbs in present indefinite tense. Right? So there are certain words which are suffixed with es. Okay, which are suffixed with es, and they are very few. Like if you talk about the words ending in ch, x, o, tch, they will be added with es, like catch, catch. Okay, so tch, catches, catches. X, nix is a verb, nixes, nixes. Okay, es will be added. Likewise, o, for example, go, goes, es will be added. And tch also I have already explained. So these are some words which end in these consonants or vowels, they will be added with es. Apart from these, all words will be added with only s, like works, runs, falls. The past form of the same verb, that will be worked, irrespective of persons, let it be first person, second person, third person, singular or plural, all will be followed by second form v2. Okay, V2, second form of verb, that is past tense, worked. He worked, she worked, it worked, they, we, they, you worked. Okay, all will be followed by second form. The future tense, that is future indefinite of same verb, will be will oblique shall and followed by verb first form, only work. Okay, will shall, I shall work. And if you want to show the compulsion or obligation or determination, then we use shall, will with I and we also. In general, we use shall with I and we, that is first person singular and first person plural. I shall work, we shall work. But if we show our determination, compulsion, obligation, in that case we can use I will work, we will work, or and with all other persons, that is he, she, it, singular, third person, second person singular and plural, and third person plural, will be used. They will work there, you will work, like that. If we talk about continuous tense, present continuous, in case of present continuous, helping verbs are used. Is, am and are the helping verbs used in present continuous tense with verb first form plus ing, right? With he, she, it, or any name, is will be used. With I, am is used, and others, that is you, we, they, and any plural number will be followed by are. Irrespective of these helping verbs, the verb form will be in the first form, that is base form, with ing. He is working, she is working, they are working, I am working, right? So this will be the form of the verb in present continuous tense. If you talk about past continuous, then was, were with verb first form plus ing. With the persons he, she, it, and any name, was is used, and with others were is used. Okay, we, you, they, and any plural number. For example, I was working, he was working, she was working, it was working, Mohan was working. We were working, you were working, they, and likewise they will be followed by were. If we talk about future continuous, then will and shall will be added by with be, will be and shall be, and the form of the verb will be base form, that is ing. So you can notice a similarity here in all the continuous forms of three tenses, that is whether present continuous, past continuous, or future continuous. The form of the verb will be base form added with ing. This is the similarity you can notice. Thereafter, if we talk about present perfect tense, means a work which has already been done, perfect. So because the continuous tells about the continuity of a work, and perfect tells about the work which has been completed, which has been accomplished, finished. So in present perfect tense, has and have are used as the helping verbs, and they will be followed by V3. Okay, third form of the verb. So he has worked, they have worked, I have worked. So with he, she, it, and any name, we will use has as the helping verb, and with others, that is I, we, you, they, and any plural number, we will be using have as the helping verb plus V3. Okay. Thereafter, if we talk about past perfect tense, past perfect means the work which was completed in past, and when we last saw it means जब हमने आखिरी बार उस काम को देखा उस समय वो कंप्लीट हो चुका था. This is the certainty, perfection. So In this, irrespective of the persons, helping verb will be used had. Okay, had, no confusion. Had plus V3, that is third form of the verb. He had worked, they had worked, I had worked, she had worked, he, right? You had worked. So irrespective of the person or subject, had will be used followed by V3. In future perfect tense, will and shall will be followed by have and V3. Will have worked, shall have worked, right? Will have, shall have worked, V3. So there also you can observe a similarity between all three parts, between all three tenses and the perfect part of those tenses. That is V3. V3 is used, no other form of the verb. That is only third form of the verb has been used here. So this is the similarity. It will help you to remember it, retain it in your mind with some common identities. Next is present perfect continuous. Present perfect continuous means this is a tense which describes about an action which began in past and is still it is still continuing, means that work or that action is still continuous, that has not yet been finished or accomplished or completed. So in this tense, helping verbs are used has, have, followed by been plus verb base form, that is verb first form with ing, and the time or time adverbs since and for are used. These are known as time adverbs, since and for. Since is used for point of time, and for is used for period of time, Point of time, dear students, tells about a perfect reference, a definite reference of a time. Okay, like since 2008, since 9 o'clock, since last Friday, okay, since morning, since evening, since afternoon, since Monday, since Tuesday. So these are the perfect time references. So they give a point of a certain time. That's why we use since. But for a period of time, for example, for 2 hours, for 3 hours, for 5 years, for 6 years, like that, this will become period of time. That doesn't provide us a certain reference of beginning of a work. That's why it is period of time. So accordingly we will be using since and for. So he has been working since morning, they have been working since morning, I have been teaching for 2 hours, I have been teaching for 2 hours. So I have given, or I have been teaching for last 2 hours. So I haven't given a certain reference of a time, that is since what time I have been teaching. So in that case we will be using for. I have been teaching for last 2 hours, I have been studying for last 5 years. So this is the difference between since and for. If we talk about past perfect continuous tense, so in that case had been plus v1 with ing is used, and since and for will be used accordingly. Had been, irrespective of the person, okay, they had been working there since 2005, like that. Then the case of future perfect continuous tense tells us that will and shall will be added with have been plus verb was first form with ing. Okay, will have been working, shall have been working, and since and for will be used as usual. So there is also a similarity between the three tenses of the same part, that is perfect continuous. There is been with V1 plus ing, been with V1 plus ing, and since and for. Been V1 plus ing, since and for. Been V1 plus ing, since and for. So this is the similarity between the three tenses. I hope you have got an idea about the functioning of the same verb in different actions, different times. So while teaching this portion, I was feeling a necessity to make you understand about the person. Okay, this is a common doubt which is persisting in many of the in the minds of many of the students. Okay, persons. What is a person? So for that also I have prepared a table for you. Dear students, when we talk about first person, second person, third person, singular, plural, and subjective case, objective case, then it indicates something very distinctive. Okay, we can't mix them up. We need to have an intense knowledge about them. We need to be able to describe them, to distinguish them. Okay, so I have explained them in a tabulated format. These are the persons and these are the different forms or different cases of a person. Okay, first person singular, first person plural, second person singular, second person plural, third person singular male, third person singular female, third person singular, that is thing, and third person plural. Thereafter, their subjective case, when they are used as a subject, when they are used as an object, that is in the objective form, when they are used in the possessive pronoun form, and when they are used in possessive adjective form. Okay, if we take the first case of first person singular, then we are talking about ourself. Okay, oneself. In that case, I is used. I is the first person singular and its objective case is me. Its possessive pronoun case is mine and its possessive adjective case is my. Let me tell you this difference by the help of a sentence. That is, I helped him. Okay, I helped him. In this case, this is the subject, that is first person singular. This is the verb form, that is V2. We are talking about past indefinite tense. Him is the object. Okay, him is the object. So here I is first person singular, that is subjective case when it is used as a subject. If we use this as an objective case, then let us see how it happens and what is the difference between the two. He helped me. He helped me. Here he, that is third person singular male, is the subject. It is the subjective form. Helped is the V2 verb second form, and me is the objective case, objective form of first person singular. I think you can differentiate between the two. Here in place of I, me has been used. So me is the objective case because here it has been used in place of an object. So here it was in place of a subject. So this is the subjective case of first person singular. This is the objective case of first person singular. Likewise, if I say this book is mine and this is my book. Okay, this is my book. Now you try to differentiate. This book, book is here the noun, and just before a noun this a determiner has been used. So this is a demonstrative determiner. Okay, demonstrative determiner. This is noun here, is mine. Okay, is mine. So here it shows some relation of the book with you, that is, that book is related to you. So it is showing a possession, it is showing a possession, okay, a relation of the book with somebody. So this book is whose? It is mine. So it is possessive pronoun case, possessive pronoun case, mine. So that is what I have shown here. Possessive pronoun case of I is mine. Here this is my book, this is my book. Here this is a pronoun, okay, demonstrative pronoun you can say, and is my book. So just before the book, which is a noun here, my has been used. So my is here, as we know that any word which is used before a noun or which describes a noun is known as adjective. So this is the adjective case, possessive adjective, means this is also showing a relation with the book, that book belongs to me, that's why it is my book. So my here is the possessive adjective case of first person singular, right? So that is the difference we were trying to understand. I, subjective case, objective case me, possessive pronoun of first person singular is mine, and possessive adjective of first person singular is my. Subjective case of first person plural, first person plural is we. Why this is first person plural? Because when we talk about we, then we are including ourselves, somebody is including himself also in that team. Okay, so we is first person plural and its objective case is us. Okay, like we helped them, we helped them, they helped us. So we is here subjective case of first person plural, and us is here objective case of first person plural, because here us has been used in place of object. So this is the objective case and this is subjective case because it has been used as a subject. Them is the objective case of third person plural, that is they. Okay, and here this objective case has been changed into subjective case, that is they. So they is the third person plural subjective case which we are going to learn now, know about now. That is, if you talk about yes, first person plural we, objective case us, possessive pronoun ours. Okay, that this book is ours. Okay, this book is ours, this is our book. This is possessive adjective case of first person plural, we, us, ours, our. Please go through it, learn it, understand it. Okay, this is most important part. Second person singular, you, objective case is also you. Okay, you will help me, I will help you. In both cases, subjective as well as objective, you remains same. Possessive pronoun yours, this book is yours. Okay, this is your book. This is possessive adjective case of second person singular. And this is something unique, that second person singular and second person plural both are same. That is, if you talk about single person, then also we say you are doing this. If you talk about a team or a group of people, then also we can use you are doing this, you are gathered here, like that. Okay, so its objective case is also same, possessive pronoun case is yours and possessive adjective case is yours, means there is the similarity. Okay, all are same. That is in singular as well as plural case, second person. Third person singular, and in third person the gender also exists, that is he, she, it. So we are talking about male. He is subjective case. Okay, he helped me, I helped him. Okay, he helped me, I helped him. So he is subjective case, him is objective case. Possessive pronoun form is his, and possessive adjective form is also his. This is his book, this book is his. Okay. Now third person singular female, she. Subjective case is she, objective case is her. She helped me, I helped her. Possessive pronoun is hers. Okay, this book is hers, and possessive adjective case is her. This is her book, this is her book. Third person singular, and when we talk about a thing, then it becomes it. Okay, it in the subjective case also, in the objective case also, in the possessive pronoun case also it becomes its, and possessive adjective case also its. Okay. Now we will talk about third person plural, that is they. They helped me, I helped them. So they as a subjective case exists like they, and in objective case it becomes them, I helped them. So in possessive pronouns case, pronoun case, it is theirs. Okay, theirs. This property is theirs, this is their property. This is possessive adjective case, this is possessive adjective case. Dear students, I think you have understood it, and this will help you a lot in understanding about the persons and differentiating among them. Okay, so in next session we will learn about our present indefinite tense in detail. Thank you. Have a nice day.